Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Man United defender Rafael Varane suffers a fresh hamstring injury blow. Manchester United defender Rafael Varane has suffered a fresh blow after picking up a hamstring injury during France Nations League group stage against Denmark. The centre-back joined the Red Devils from Real Madrid with a huge expectation last summer, but struggled to find consistency in his performances amid regular injuries. The Frenchman missed 15 competitive games with mostly muscular problems, and his woes continued last night as he was substituted at the hour mark with a hamstring issue. Speaking after the game, France assistant Guy Stephen said, "Rafael has a muscular problem behind the thigh. He felt some pain. He's also going to take medical exams." Varane is regarded as United's best central defender. On his day, the £54 million rated star has been a commanding presence, but his injury record should concern new manager Erik ten Hag. The plan appears to partner him with a new summer signing, potentially Jurriën Timber. However, the strategy may not work out if the World Cup winner can't stay fit over an extended period. The only positive is that Varane will now have the chance to recover and could be fit in time for the early pre-season campaign scheduled from June 27. Victor Lindelof also pulled out of international duty recently, and both players could be involved in the early weeks of pre-season, getting to adapt to the new style of play under Ten Hag. Manchester United decide to part ways with Eric Bailly. According to transfer guru Fabrizio Romano on Twitter, Manchester United have decided to part ways with Eric Bailly in the upcoming summer transfer window. They have taken another step in their path to facilitate a rebuild by overhauling the declined squad ahead of the next season. Man United are expected to support Erik ten Hag as part of their new project this summer. The likes of Jesse Lingard, Juan Mata, Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic and Edinson Cavani are set to leave Old Trafford on free transfers as part of the squad overhaul. Now, Bailly would be joining them on the outgoings list, freeing up more space in the team for the Red Devils to work with this summer. The defensive has struggled to get regular game time for quite a long time, which is indicative of his current play. Bailly have not warranted any reason to keep him in our wage bill any longer. The former struggled to get into the starting line-up, even when others who were higher up in the pecking order were on a poor run of form. In fact, the Ivory Coast international was behind Phil Jones in the pecking order at one point, making this decision even more reasonable. Bailly's exit would mean that we can save £110,000 per week in salaries. That sum can be used to help with our rebuild this summer rather than letting French players remain at the club. Let's wait and see whether the hierarchy would be able to part ways with the centre half in the summer transfer window. The fans would hope to see that happen, although nothing is guaranteed as of now, as interest must be generated to facilitate any moves. Manchester United offer defender to Spanish club amid Crystal Palace interest. Manchester United have offered Wan-Bissaka to at least one club ahead of the summer transfer window. This is according to Manchester Evening News, who reports that United received a recent inquiry from a Spanish club about right-back Diogo Dalot and informed them they were unprepared to negotiate over the Portuguese man but would for Wan-Bissaka. The Englishman was informed by the new Man United manager Erik ten Hag last month that he's not in his plans, whereas Dalot is said to have some role under the Dutchman. The report states that the Spanish club is the only known club that have been offered the 24-year-old, but it's highly likely that there are others, with one club being heavily linked to the right back. That club is Crystal Palace, which Wan-Bissaka played professionally for between 2016 and 2019. The Athletic reports that the Eagles are considering a loan move to bring the Manchester man back to Selhurst Park and would most likely look to turn it into a permanent deal further down the line. The London club would likely get the right back for a cut price after selling the Englishman for £50 million to United back in the summer of 2019, as reported by Sky Sports. This would be a great deal for Palace, as the right back was fantastic during his time at the club. As for Wan-Bissaka, this is a big blow, as the Englishman would not have wanted his time at Old Trafford cut short. Ragnick returns with victory. Ralf Ragnick's reign as Austria manager began with a hugely impressive 3-goal Nation League win in Croatia on Friday night. Having endured a difficult 6 months as United interim boss, Ragnick got his Austria stint off to a winning start with goals from Arnautovic, Gregoric and Marcel Sabitzer. It throws the group wide open on the same night that favourites France fell to a shock 2-1 home defeat versus Denmark. Manchester United dealt major blow in pursuit of transfer target. Manchester United recently appointed Erik ten Hag as their manager ahead of the upcoming season, and he could turn to his former club for reinforcement. One of those men is Jurriën Timber, who was part of ten Hag's little winning Ajax side last season. According to The Guardian, Manchester United have held talks with Timber, as ten Hag looks to bolster his defence after the Manchester club failed to perform in the Premier League last season. However, Dutch outlet The Telegraph have now claimed Ajax believe they will be able to keep hold of the 20-year-old this summer. The report claims the Dutch club believe is showing signs of wanting to stay at Ajax rather than seek a move. Marco Asensio opened door to Real Madrid exit as Man United offered a transfer by Jorge Mendes. Marco Asensio has opened the door to a possible Real Madrid exit this summer following a report that Manchester United have been offered a transfer by the player's agent Jorge Mendes. A report from El Chiringuito TV show has now claimed that Asensio has been offered a summer transfer to Manchester United through his agent Mendes. Speaking to Diario as on his future, Asensio said, "I have one more year in my contract yet. Here we are talking about me leaving Real Madrid. This is an important moment for me. I will not deny it. I am more mature and not only on the field. This is an important moment and I will have to make important decisions. Me and my family know that I have to keep growing and moving forward. I want to achieve important things in football and they help me to do that." Asked whether he wanted more game time, the forward added, "Considering how this season went and what I experienced during my career, it's true that I want more. I'm hungry for more. And I would retire if it wasn't like this, but I have many more challenges to achieve. I want to be the best player I can become, and that's why I keep working. I think this season it paid off even though I probably didn't play many minutes. I want to play more and contribute more to the team. I know what our coach thinks. He's happy about my season and he trusts me. This is something he told me himself. It's true that I didn't have the time to think and consider many things because of the Champions League final and the celebrations, but when these next 2 weeks with the national team end, we will talk about it all. This is something that my agent is taking care of. When the upcoming games with Spain are over, we will have to think about it. I want to keep growing and I want to achieve more things." Manchester United target Paulo Dybala reject Newcastle United offer. According to the Italian outlet Gazzetta dello Sport, via HATC, Paulo Dybala, who is a target for Manchester United, has rejected an offer from Newcastle United for a potential transfer. The latter is among the clubs who have seen their proposal get turned down by the attacker. Dybala is set to leave Juventus as he will become a free agent this summer. That has resulted in a host of clubs circling for his services, leading to a battle at this point. However, he has trimmed down the competition by refuting deals from 3 clubs. Newcastle are among them, which would be a boost for Man United, who are interested in signing him. Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund are the remaining 2 clubs who have been rejected by the Argentine forward ahead of the next season. He is currently assessing the options that lay ahead of him, with Arsenal being another potential destination for Dybala in the Premier League. But the biggest concern seemingly lies with the 28-year-old's intention to remain in Serie A beyond this summer, with Inter Milan providing him with an option to stay in Italy moving forward. Erik ten Hag's side would need to raise their efforts if there are active plans to add Dybala to their ranks. Manchester United eye Sergej Milinkovic-Savic as Frenkie de Jong alternative. According to journalist Petty O'Rourke via Give Me Sport, Manchester United will decide to move for Sergej Milinkovic-Savic if they fail to sign Frenkie de Jong in the summer transfer window. They are planning to reinforce their midfield this summer and have lined up some suitable options. Man United are looking to back Erik ten Hag by improving their delicate midfield this summer. De Jong is identified as their top target for that reason, although there are concerns about whether a move can be finalized or not. That is because he has already expressed how Barcelona is his dream club, which does raise doubts about a potential transfer. As such, the Red Devils have set up a fallback option in the form of Milinkovic-Savic if they fail to succeed in their attempt to bring De Jong to Old Trafford. Signing the Lazio midfielder would be very costly, with his current contract only expiring in the summer of 2024. Those who have watched both these players would be puzzled by this piece of information, as they are quite different in terms of their profiles. After all, De Jong is more of a holding midfielder, whereas Milinkovic-Savic plays as a box-to-box midfielder. De Jong has been playing as a box-to-box midfielder at Barca, although it would be surprising to see him play in that manner if he reunites with Ten Hag. After all, the Dutch star used to ply his trade as a defensive midfielder in a two-man pivot system during his days at Ajax. Our needs also align with the way De Jong played in Amsterdam, as we lack someone who is technical enough to control the midfield following the departures of Nemanja Matic and Paul Pogba. Milinkovic-Savic is certainly a world-class midfielder, which is indicative of him being linked with us in the past. However, signing someone with the wrong profile is the last thing we need, looking at the mistakes we made in the past. It would be best if the board reassess their stance and discuss with Ten Hag when it comes to identified options. In an ideal scenario, signing De Jong and Milinkovic-Savic and pairing them together would be a great prospect indeed, although they may not be feasible due to expenses involved. Manchester United offer cash plus Andreas Pereira to Benfica to facilitate Darwin Nunez transfer. According to the Portuguese media outlet Correio de Manha, Manchester United are ready to offer Andreas Pereira in a cash plus swap deal to Benfica to facilitate a transfer move for Darwin Nunez. They are seemingly nearing an agreement to sign the striker to improve their attack ahead of the next season. Supposedly, Man United have made a bid to sign Nunez in a player exchange deal this summer. They have proposed an offer that could cost £90 million in total to the Portuguese side for his services. The English club will pay £64 million up front, with another £17 million being in the form of add-ons. But that is not all, as the Red Devils are willing to sweeten the deal by including Pereira as well. The midfielder is valued at £8.5 million, which completes the terms involved in the offer. Man United want to add Nunez to their squad at the earliest, prompting them to go down this route. It's highly advisable to wait for more reliable sources to verify this information due to the mind-boggling terms involved in this deal. After all, the proposed amount along with Pereira seems too outrageous even for someone like Nunez's quality. There is no doubt that Nunez is a world-class centre forward looking at his performances from the last season. Even with the 22-year-old's current level, the current terms are too far-fetched and ludicrous if this news is believed to be true. While forwards do cost quite some money, incurring such a cost may not be in our best interest, looking at the delicate situation at Old Trafford. We should not spend a big amount on a particular player, as we have several areas that must be reinforced in the summer transfer window. Then again, we have to wait and see the reliability of this update before expressing our views on the management decision if this news is proven true. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.